recently. I will destroy them all. Hello everybody and welcome back to another fantastic, manjastic, ding bong ding ding tastic, ming 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 a ding dong 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 wing bong episode of The Coordinates. Yes, oh you unlucky people, guess who you've got this week? Or actually you've got both of us this week. Yeah, because there was an earthquake apparently or something, and so the episode was delayed. So that's not this episode; it was the last episode, which Tyler has just done, and you should have just heard. And then this will be coming out probably the day after, maybe the same days. Who knows what Tyler's planning, eh? In his crazy, crazy little mind. Oh, and Tyler got a glorious episode with all the intrigue with Flotch, what a dumb name, and Erin and the gang. And yeah, you've got me to tell you all about Zeke. Oh yes, we're finally getting explanations as to Zeke's intentions, and you unlucky people have got me this time to explain it, rather than Tyler, who actually seems to have a fucking clue what's going on in this show, because I don't. So yes, so on this double special Uber week that you guys get 2 episodes, like I had to watch 2 episodes quickly, which I'm not used to. So I only got one pleasure watch this time, you know, and you guys know how I like to pleasure myself while I'm watching Attack. I mean, how I like to watch Attack on Titan by now. But yes, I'm treated to child Falco. Wait a minute, that's not Falco, that's Zeke. Right, conspiracy. Conspiracy people here. Child Zeke looks a lot like motherfucking Falco. You know, Gabby and Falco are still knocking around. So I think Falco's going to have some important jobs in the last episode. Fucking hell. Next week is supposed to be the last episode of Attack on Titan. Is Tyler winding me up? Like, this can't be the last episode. Like, this feels like it's been going for 5 minutes. Like, honestly, the last ever episode of Attack on Titan is next week? What is this craziness? Is it going to be a 2-parter? Is it going to be a 12-parter? What's going on? I don't know. But yeah, we get this... I'm here to talk to you anyway about it's episode 74, Soul Salvation. And yep, we start to see the brainwashing of Zeke. So yeah, we open up with little child Zeke being hugged by his dad, and his dad's basically telling him, like, wouldn't you like to go outside, son? Now, speaking as someone who's been in lockdown for several months, I'd fucking love to go outside. I just want to go to a zoo. I've got 2 small kids. I have to entertain them in the house all day long. I love it, you know. I'm working from home. It's great. I've got 2 kids I get to look after. I get to see them grow up a lot more. They're all both very little. But man, I just want to take them to a zoo or a sea life centre, you know. Show them some stuff that's not my 4 white walls that I keep them locked up in all day long. Soon. Hopefully soon. As long as the Europeans don't decide to go to vaccine war with us, which they seem to be doing at the moment, which is just bonkers. Anyway, enough about sad times that we currently live in. What about sad times that people living in 2,000 years from now in the future? Which, has that actually been answered yet? Why is the first episode of Attack on Titan called 2,000 years from now? Tyler, can you let me know, please? Or am I going to find out next week? Like, what? Why? Why is this still not a thing? Why? What have I missed? But yeah, basically, we get to see... Where am I? Back to the beginning. So yeah, we see Zeke and he's being cuddled by his dad. And this man comes out and spots them standing there. And they're like, hey, it's all right. We've got permission to be here. And the man throws a bucket of water over them and tells them, hey, you fucks, get out. I'm here to clean up all the dirt and filth on this tower. And that means you bloody scum. Yeah, man, they're really, really hammering it home here. And so as part of, you know, people start heckling them as they're walking down the street on the way home. And yeah, it's just not very nice. Everyone's not very nice. These Malian people are right. Yeah, I said it. All right, I'll try and bleep that out for you, Tyler.
Editor's note: in case you could not tell, Bill called the Marlins right cunts.
Anyway, yeah, they're not very nice. So we then get to see Zeke, and he's training to be a warrior Titan. And he has to spend a lot of time with his grandparents while his parents go dancing. You know, I'm doing air quotes here, dancing. But you know, they're secretly making a resistance army with the owl. Who is the owl? I forgot about him. Anyway, and yeah, so Zeke has spent a lot of time with his grandparents who teach him the taught history of the Eldian people and about how they sent all these titans through the river and water to go and attack some place. And, just about how the Eldians are basically scum, It's a really nice thing to teach your kids about your history like that. And his grandparents seem really nice, apart from teaching him this really horrible thing. And then, we get to flick around as well. We get to see his dad as well, then teaching him that actually all this stuff is complete and utter bullshit. But we also get to see Zeke failing a lot at trying to become a host for a Titan. I think that's probably the best way of describing it as a host. He's terrible at making guns. He's terrible at all the fitness exercises. He's just genuinely terrible. And yeah, poor little kid. His dad's just like... his dad's also like an evangelist person who's just like completely focused on the fact that Zeke, because he knows he has got royal Eldian blood in him, has some sort of chance, if he becomes a host of a Titan, of somehow being able to change things for the Eldians. Now, I can't really work out what his goal is or what he's trying to do, but he's trying to do something, but he is completely so focused on it that he doesn't really pay enough attention to Zeke. Zeke's kind of like an underloved child, really. His parents are just trying to force him down this route of becoming some hero that he doesn't feel like he can achieve. And you feel for him. But let's not remember, Zeke is a bearded dickhead. Alright? Yeah. I'm still Team Levi here, He's such a bellend. But anyway, Zeke manages to find himself a surrogate father in some man who wears glasses. Who's a doctor, who's the man who's got the Beast Titan. Now, how on earth this man got the Beast Titan? He's some sort of, some sort of scientist who was investigating Titans, and he must have convinced the people to let him use the Beast Titan. Because he actually mentions as well that the Beast Titan is no good for war. So he's just like, but we've seen Zeke do some really cool stuff with the Beast Titan, and everyone loves the Beast Titan. So Zeke must have changed everyone's opinion on that. But yeah, it's Tom Cavassar is this guy, and he's wearing the patented Zeke glasses that he wears all the time. So here we go. We find out Zeke doesn't actually need glasses. He's just stolen them off this old man. But yeah, he gets to play baseball with this old gentleman, and who is the Beast Titan. And it's kind of like that's obviously how he seems to worm his way in to become the host of the Beast Titan later on. It's cool stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of story deposition going on, but not the most exciting of episodes. It gets great a little bit later on. It doesn't start off very good. But yeah, Zeke learns about the fact that his parents are part of the resistance and everything, and he's so worried. He's worried about his parents. So he actually tells them, they shouldn't be doing this stuff. But he continues to train. He continues to fail miserably at training, and his parents see him failing miserably at training as well. The look on his dad's face when he's running and he's like blowing out of his arse. And his dad just like looks horrified that his son's just never, ever going to achieve what they want him to. And these military people are going, "Run, Jaeger! Run, run, run!" And yeah, it's just not working out well for him, really. And yeah, his parents are just complete dicks about it as well. It's like, it is complete emotional abuse. And it's not very nice to treat a child that way. All Zeke really has that makes him happy is he's playing catch with the doctor, who tells him, I wanted to learn the secrets of the Titans, which is why I kind of sacrificed my lifespan, really. But then Falco, while walking past with mop in hand, because, let's face it, the ultimate weapon is always a mop. He hears some military people talking about the fact that they've discovered the Eldian restorationists, and it won't be too long until they're all been flushed out, the dirty rats. And yeah, obviously, Zeke knows his parents are doing it, and he says to his mum and dad, "Mum, Dad, please stop doing such dangerous things. They'll find out. We will be sent to the island of devils and made into Titans." And his dad's just like, rather than taking in the notice that his son's obviously heard something, he's just like, "Don't you understand? We're not devils. What they're teaching us is not right." And even the mum's just like, "Yeah, we're fighting for the futures of all Eldians, including yours." And it's just like, oh, man. Give the kid a break, man. Give the kid a break. But no, they just pile on the pressure, and his dad just goes into this huge tirade at him. He's like, "No, we've got to do this. This is our only chance." Such a lot of pressure to put on such a small kid. Like I say, this kind of makes you feel for Zeke. And he actually then goes and tells the doctor, the Beast Titan himself, Tom. And Tom's just utterly devastated that this is going to happen. Zeke's crying, telling him, "I remember you even when I'm a Titan. I'm definitely going to be sent away and murdered." And yet the doctor just can't take it. And he's just like, "You've got to dob him in. You've got to report your mum and dad. Your grandparents will probably be spared, but you need to report them. It's the only way you can save yourself." He's like, your parents have been terrible to you, which, in fairness, they have. Their hearts are in the right places, but they've been complete bellends. And so Zeke dobs them in. We knew that, but man, seeing what drove him to it was unbelievable. And yeah, the doctor gives him a hug. It's just like, "Well done, son." And then we flick to Zeke being a little bit older, still playing catch with the doctor. And this is where it finally all happens. We finally, the moment drops where they tell us what on earth is going on in Attack on Titan. And the doctor doesn't look particularly well either. But we also get a scene of Annie walking past as well. What's going on with Annie, man? She's still in Chrysalis. That's another loose end that's got to be tied up in the last episode. Like, what the fuck? Come on. There's so much stuff that's got to happen. It's got to be like a 4-hour-long episode or something. I just can't have it. I can't have it till we're right at the end. But they're talking about the founding Titan's abilities. And Zeke knows about the fact that it can change memories and stuff. And then the doctor tells him about a terrible pandemic called COVID that happened 600 years... Wait, COVID? That happened 600 years ago. And it was running through rampant, killing everybody. And then suddenly it didn't kill the Elidians anymore. The founding the founding Titan used his special abilities to convert their very DNA to protect them against this pandemic. And then this is the moment that Zeke has a couple of little weird flashbacks and realises that the best way to save the Eldians from everything terrible that happens to them would be to euthanize them. Yeah? Euthanasia, people. No, Dave. Not you, Dave Mustaine, from the Megadeth fame. Wrong euthanasia. Damn it. Anyway, yes, Zeke is down for some euthanasia. And the doctor tells him this harrowing story about when he actually... people used to think he was a Marlian, and so he married a Marlian woman and had a child. And when the woman found out that he was Eldian, she slit the child's throat and her own. And that's what made him decide to move out and become a Beast Titan. And it's kind of like, it just completely confirms it for Zeke, This is it, man. This is what I've got to do. I need to inherit the Beast Titan. I will take the founding Titan, and I will save the world by making sure Eldians can no longer reproduce, and therefore no one can ever become a Titan again. And that will free all Eldians from their suffering. That's quite a harrowing thing, man. And also, again, I've made a lot of comparisons to kind of Nazi Germany in this final season, and I think they looked at a few euthanasia products. Euthanasia. No, Dave, go away, Dave. You can't pop in every time I say that word, okay? Right. Anyway, where was I? So this is what we see. Now, we don't get to see how Zeke completely turns it around and actually gets to inherit the Beast Titan, but we do see the moment where he becomes the Beast Titan. The doctor says to him, "I'll always be watching over you, Zeke," and obviously he agrees with him. And then he's like, "I'll find that someone, father." Now, I think he's talking about Zeke here. So yeah, we finally get to find out that is the plan. So the plan is always to get the founding Titan to Zeke and for him to euthanize the world. So basically, and Tyler can tell you all about this, it's all about getting the snip. Yeah? They're going to snip every single Eldian in one foul swoop. That is a big, big knife. But we then get to flick back to, we see Berthold and Reiner talking to Zeke on the boat, and that they reveal to him about Eren Yeager and his Dr. Dad, and then he puts two and two together and realises, shit, my dad's still alive. Like, my dad is somewhere out there. And he's just like, and then he vows to rescue his brother one day, which finally makes sense with all the stuff that he had with Eren earlier on in the thing. And then we get to see Zeke actually meeting Eren while Eren's pretending to be an amputee in the Eldian army. And they have a little chat round the back of a wall. Zeke explains his intentions, yeah, Erin seems to agree with him. Although Erin's now reached this sort of weird Zen state where he's either eaten a load of hash brownies, which have really affected him, and he's just constantly staring off into space, or he's on some sort of other level. I'm always looking past everyone, staring into space, because I am contemplating something on another plane that none of you could possibly see the truth of. And that is the truth of it. Anyway, yeah, so Erin's become full hippie dick mode, to be honest with you. He's got the long hippie hair, he's got the long far off stare. He's into it, man. But yeah, he basically agrees with Zeke that this is what we should do. And yeah, it's just so funny. And then Zeke throws him a baseball. It's like, oh, the brothers, eh? Brothers again. Now, I have to admit, I don't believe any of this shit. I just can't see it, you know? I can't see this being Erin's endgame. I can't see the fact that Erin is going to become the bad guy. But then, is he a bad guy? Is it a bad thing? Yes, it fucking is. You should never, ever try and euthanize a load of people. No, Dave, go away. Oh, damn it, I swear my phone's listening to me. Yeah, okay. Doing that thing, you know, snip, to a whole group of people is very, very bad. No matter who those people are, you know. The Eldians don't ask to be changed into Titans. In fact, who's changing them into Titans? It's the Marlians when they're fucking taking out their spinal fluid and pumping it into them. Like, honestly, just stop doing it. You know, you want to stop the Titan terror? Stop turning people into fucking Titans. Jesus Christ, stop making them drink wine full of spinal fluid so you can convert a whole nation of people into it. Like, what the hell? Anyway, we then flick back to the modern day. Zeke's tied up with his special spear around his neck, and Levi stands over him. It's just like, got to chop your feet off a bit more, mate. Yeah, you wait there. And yeah, Zeke just goes full blown and just like he just shoots his load all over Levi. I mean, he pulls his neck, the thunder spear explodes, and yet it looks like he's gone bye-bye, you know? Now, the thunder spear was in his hip, so I don't know whether he's thinking he can survive it, although it's going to hurt like hell. But yeah, it's quite a moment, and, you know, it looks like he may have killed Levi and himself at the same time. But if he's killed himself, then he's kind of fucked the whole process. So I assume... I don't know. Like, I just don't know. Like, at this point, it depends on who they bring back. Do they bring back Levi? Do they bring back the other guy? Zeke? Yeah, it's all open-ended, but we haven't seen if both of them are dead. I suspect both of them are alive, to be honest with you. And I also still think my ultimate theory is that Erin is going to have... Erin's going to eat Zeke so that he has the Beast Titan. At that point, he's pretty much got all the Titans apart from the Colossal Titan. And then he's going to get Armin to eat him. Armin will then have all of the, you know, quote-unquote sentient Titans, assuming I think we're still waiting for the Cart Titan to come back and the Jaw Titan. Yeah, I reckon it's all going to be a big showdown. Armin's going to end up having every single one of the Titans, and then he's going to reach some sort of weird Zen state and turn into Ymir. That's my final theory, yeah? Yeah? I've got this down, man. I've got this down. Anyway, guys, I'm going to see you guys all sometime in the future. Hopefully next week. It'll be me and Tyler doing an episode together for the first time in a long time. So I'm really looking forward to that, people. Anyway, I'll see you all on the flip side. Peace out. Don't get eaten. And, yeah, watch out for those pandemics, you know. And watch out for the people trying to euthanize you. You didn't do it, Dave. You didn't do it. You're as bad as motherfucking Falco, you are. Bye, guys. Don't get eaten.
Hey everyone, Scott here with my good pal Rich. Say hi, Rich.
Hi.
And we're here today to tell you about a podcast we host together with our buddies Jay and Bill, the RPG After Years.
The after what?
The RPG After Years. Our show has entered into a new era of covering everything RPGs, both old and new. Thus, it is after its first era. It's the after years.
I thought RPG was rocket-propelled grenade.
No, RPG stands for role-playing game. It's a genre of video game. Every week we go through the latest news and discuss other relevant RPG-related topics. We also review RPGs as we complete them.
So an RPG is not a rabid Portuguese goose?
No, thank God. From Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy to The Witcher and Cyberpunk, we've got RPGs covered from the dawn of time to the far-flung future.
Oh, I've heard of Final Fantasy.
I'd hope so. So check us out on iTunes or whatever your preferred podcast listening platform happens to be. You can also find us at probablywork.com. Level up your podcast feed with the RPG After Years.
Enjoy the show.
Do you bury me when I'm gone? Will a titan eat me while I'm here? Just as soon as I belong, then it's time Aaron needs to cut his hair. Gonna eat ya when I turn into a titan. Can I go now? Can I go into new days? I'm hope, I'm pain, I'm Aaron. And I went on down the Founding Titan Road.
This has been a presentation
of the We Can Make This Work
Probably Network.
Follow us on Twitter
@ProbablyWork for more of our questionable content.
Also, we have a website called probablywork.com.